It's time to learn a new word. Our word is swaggered. You can see the word right here in our book when the bean says, I swaggered. Swaggered is a lot like strutting. Strutting, as I showed you in the other video, is you're standing very tall and you're walking like this. Swagger, it's like a little more chill. You're like laid back a little more. You're like, I've got swagger. I'm very cool. I'm sure you can do it better than me. Please do it better than me and show me. Hi friends. Today we're going to talk about retelling a story. When we read a story, the author has put a lot of thought into what happens first, what happens in the beginning of the story, what happens in the middle, and then how the story ends. The author's really thought a lot about that. And that way the story makes sense and it's really interesting. So we're going to look at the cool beans and we're going to decide what happens first, then, next, and last. We're just going to kind of look through it together. I'm going to kind of talk about what I'm seeing. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to talk about what I'm seeing. So in the beginning, we meet the cool beans and they're very, very cool. And we meet this little guy, and he doesn't think he's very cool. And we learn a little bit about how they used to be friends, but they're not anymore. And these other beans, they're just so much cooler than this other little guy. Talks a lot about how cool he thinks they are. And he tries to be cool too, but he tries things like buying sunglasses and doing things to his hair, and it doesn't really work out for him. And he talks a little bit about how he's very uncool and why. More about how he kind of wants to be friends with these guys still, but they're just way too cool, you know? And then our main character, this little bean, he starts having a really bad day. Like he drops his food on the ground. And one of the cool beans helps him out. And then he's in class and he's not paying attention and the teacher calls on him and he doesn't know what to say and everybody laughs at him. I bet he felt really embarrassed, but one of the cool beans helped him out and told him what to read, and so he read the thing the teacher wanted him to, and it was better. And then he felt really confident. He was like, man, I must be pretty cool if the cool beans are helping me out. He took that confidence and started hanging out with the cool beans again. And then he just started being really helpful because the cool beans showed him that being helpful is really cool. So he helped this little guy when he fell down, and he helped this lady with the umbrella. And this little guy with his books. The end. So really, this is a story about this little bean. And he goes on a whole journey. So now that we've talked about this cool bean and this story, we've talked about what happens first, then what happens next, what happens last. I want you to show me what you know about the order that this story happens in. And I've made you a little seesaw activity, and I'll put a video in there about how to do it. All right? I'm really excited to see your work. I will talk to you later. Bye.